Hey everyone, Pupsker here, and I want to go over my must-have top 5 primed Warframes for Warframe. Today it's my birthday, so I thought, hey, I'll go over some of the cool-ass primes that I like that do a lot of damage for whatever reason. Some I play a lot more than others, some I play less than others, but these are some of my personal top picks, favorites, etc. for my top 5 primed Warframes. So, without further ado, let's get started. Of course, starting off, Saryn Prime. I don't know if you could tell, this is Saryn Prime. Pretty nice, right? This is my fashion frame I have on her. She is a pretty good all in all, and I like how I've done it, but, you know, some people will probably hate it. I would say she's one of the ones you must have, is just because her kit is at this point still stupidly good. It's just AoE mass damage, and without a doubt, you're not going to have any issues killing anything. Her kit's great for focus farming as well, and honestly, it's hard to kill her because of Molt. So really, she has a decent amount of survivability with an insane amount of AoE map clearing damage, so you generally want to play Saryn if you just want to wipe out literally everyone. You just run around, jump around, you melee, you have spores on people, and then you hit 4 whenever you want to map clear. It's pretty simple all in all, right? Look at her. She will just fuck your shit up. For her upgrades, I just have a pretty basic setup for a lot of range, lost some strength, decent amount of duration, but only 100 efficiency. Of course, everything could always be changed around, so it's not like this is a perfect endgame god tier build, because that's not really something I care too much for. It's just the build I feel like using for now. Trust me, it could definitely be min-maxed, upgraded, and fixed up, but hey, this is what I like for now, and this is what works for me. I also do have this second build, which is just pretty much Umbral general good build. It's like jack of all trades, has a little bit less range and duration, but a little bit more efficiency and strength and survivability. So hey, it's up to you whatever you want to run, right? Although Oberon might not get a ton of love, I personally think he's still a great Warframe with some great abilities. His passive allies pets receive 25, yeah, that's all worthless, obviously, right? His main things, you gotta love Hallowed Ground. It's just pretty much AoE damage on the ground, so defenses love him. Of course, Renewal is just straight up heals, and that's why a lot of people really do enjoy Oberon, right? You just have an AoE armor heal, right? If you look over here, gives you a ton of armor, and it's just general good utility support. And then finally you have Reckoning, which, you know, it gives blind, it procs some radiation, it has armor reduction. All in all, his kit's decent. He's not an OP Warframe, I wouldn't say, but he's definitely very useful with his armor reduction, with Hallowed Ground status and damage, and then with his just constant tankiness and healing with Renewal. I personally, yeah, I'm a fan of my boy Oberon. I like running him whenever I don't want to die. Sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't, and I make mistakes, but I do like him myself. I never use Smite, though. I have a pretty basic build so far. That used to be primed continuity. I gotta change my build around, and there we go, just like that. So this is what I'll have for now, and other than that, he'll have to have some more Forma. I mainly like him for just his general everything. Realistically, I might want to have a proper build with just the Umbral mods, but that would probably require, yeah, at least a decent amount. This is, I guess, my build for now. I'm always changing them around. There's by no means perfect. I could probably throw on something here, but this is good enough for now. I'll take this. My Oberon's just legit like a jack of all trades, right? So I don't really personally care all that much. I just like him to be decently strong, tanky, and healing, so 10 out of 10. I like my Oberon. Next we have, yeah, Wukong Prime. I don't think anyone should ever be shocked by Wukong Prime. His entire kit is literally just god tier, right? He has just a goddamn duplicate with a health and damage multiplier, OP. He has a heal, stun, invulnerability, what the fuck, okay? He has an invulnerability, armor buff, damage multiplier. Oh my god, what in God's name is this weapon? Why? Why did they just make him this strong? His worst ability is his goddamn Exalted Primal Fury Staff. Like, what? You don't even need this. But why bother having that when you have a twin? You're a tank, you're invincible and can heal. You don't need to pull out some bow staff, no, don't even bother. And then his passive is the fact that he has 3 techniques that can only be invoked, blah, blah. He has 3 lives, okay? Wukong is pretty much a goddamn cat. They stuck to his lore and some of his abilities naturally. He's Wukong, but oh my god, Wukong is just so stupidly broken. Cloudwalker, hilariously enough, is an amazing movement skill too. Instead of running things like Volt, Gauss, etc., Titania, fuck it, I just throw on my boy Wukong, I hit Cloudwalker, and I just do captures and rescues and missions like that with ease. Reminder, if you're not subbed, you should totally subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, and check out any of my links, including my Epic Game Store creator code, Pupsker. So here is my general 2 builds. I don't put too much effort, time, and care into them as of right now because, like, I just don't have a huge reason to. Realistically, I could probably throw on another thing, but I just recently started upgrading a ton of my mods, so now I'm running into the fact that I'll have like some really goofy builds here, so I'm kinda not looking forward to that. I have a bunch of weird stuff here. This is a pretty bad build all in all, but I wouldn't really mind it. I'm not putting any effort into my Wukong build for quite some time now, hilariously enough. This is probably my better build, so I think I'll just swap that for now. And yeah, like my Wukong build, pretty dog, right? Just don't bother caring about it. I don't even need efficiency like at all. He's a Wukong, right? So yeah, run what you need to run, do what you need to do, but try not to follow me as a build god by any stretch of the imagination, okay? I meme around, I have good times, and yeah. Next Warframe I want to talk about is Octavia Prime. So I haven't honestly played Octavia pretty much until 2020 when Octavia Prime came out, or like early 2021. So I haven't fucked with Octavia for years, just at all. Haven't bothered building her, just didn't even realize I had all of her parts and could build her. It was just, I was in the stage where I was building whatever I could, whenever I could, sometimes, and not realizing I maybe needed to farm this one random specific item quickly. So yeah, now that I have Octavia Prime built and I've been playing her a decent amount, I love her. She has a stupid kit that I just love so much. Replenish 30 energy over 30 seconds when Octavian allies within 50 meters when abilities are activated. So she just has passive energy regen on her passive. Nothing amazing, but nothing terrible, right? But then her entire build is essentially just buffs. She has an AoE infinite scaling damage taunt rolling mallet. She amplifies the range of it. It does more damage. She can go invisible. She buffs herself and so many times with metronome. Okay, Octavia Prime is just stupidly good. She helps her team, she helps herself, and she's just so fucking strong. Since she's Octavia Prime and the way her ability scales is infinite, you could have no mods on and do all of the damage in the game because you're invisible and the enemies just start building damage on your mallet and on your resonator. Like, shit's literally insane, okay? Octavia Prime's great. I would totally use her if I were you. You want to check out my current build of her, this is what it is. I have just so much range on it at the moment because I want to make sure she can AoE the entire map. This isn't a god tier build or anything, but it definitely gets the job done for me. I have no issues. I could probably be a little tankier, but realistically, who cares? I like it, it gets the job done, and it does a lot of damage. Pretty much, I like Octavia as a Saryn type alternative, but instead of just molting and running around, I can just go invisible and destroy everything. So they have very similar AoE strong type builds that you can use, and I like both of them, okay? Prime Warframes, 10 out of 10. And last but certainly not least, you got your boy Volt Prime here. So I've always been a Volt fanboy because speed. So let's talk about him. Passive, grounded movement generates an electrical charge, building up 5 damage per meter that is unleashed with the next attack. I don't care about his passive. I don't care about his first attack. Shock, you know, it's a chain lightning, whatever. What I care about is speed. With my current build, which is, trust me, nothing special, I'm going to redo this build eventually. It's pretty whatever right now, right? He is at a 1.78 times speed multiplier, 27% reload multiplier, decent enough duration, electrical shield, it adds extra electric damage. It's, to my knowledge, stackable, but it's an additive stack, not a multiplicative stack. But that being said, it's great to hunt bosses, eidolons, and do a bunch of increased damage as long as you stack a bunch of shields on top of each other. You have discharge, which you can make very specific range damage builds so that you can pop discharge, nuke the map around you. It's very similar again to how you'd want to build the Saryn or maybe an Octavia. Just have high range, but this time you'll also need damage because your damage a second will need to go up, all things like that, maybe have more duration, do whatever you want to do. Let's go over my trashy build because, oh, look at that. Yeah, no, it's by no means good. I actually don't quite know what I did have here. So this is my current build. It honestly, it sucks, okay? This is not a good build. Don't fucking use this build, okay? I should probably even just like throw on efficiency over like prime flow at this point. But you know, it is what it is, guys. And then here I can just be like, intensify, not prime continuity, good enough. So this is gonna be my build for now. This is actually a lot better. So now I have tankiness and some strength because of Umbral Intensify, Streamline for a little bit of efficiency, Prime Continuity because duration is very much loved with this. And yeah, got some strength, got Cunning Drift thrown down here. Obviously that one can be tossed out. You don't need Cunning Drift, okay? That one I just have there for that sick 15% range. Totally not really worth it, but hey, whatever, man. So yeah, these are the Warframes I think people, should probably get if they have the time, if they can farm them up with platinum sometimes, because, naturally, Warframes will be vaulted, unvaulted, so sometimes you can farm them, sometimes you can't farm them. Sometimes they'll be vaulted, sometimes they won't be. Either way, let me know what you think. Today is my birthday, so I'm planning on having a birthday stream in the afternoon, so if you catch me, say hi. Thank you all for being here. I just wanted to chill today, have some calm, nice videos like this where we could just chat and talk about the Warframes. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate you being here. If you like the video, I appreciate it if you were to like the video. Subscribe. You can also use Epic Games Store code Pupsker if you want to support the channel on checkout. You buy anything like V-Bucks, any games on the Epic Games Store, everything helps, so thank you all so much.